What is the hiring manager looking for the most in a candidate? Is the experience and not the academic knowledge. I'm sure you have seen the most popular job requirement is having a few years of experience, but it's not having a master's degree or a PhD. Hi everyone, I'm Thea from theaho.co, helping skilled migrants and international graduates get jobs and live a better life. Now, many international graduates ask me this question: should I continue studying or get a job? It's a big decision as it may require a huge investment in terms of time, effort, and money. To help you make the right decision, in this video, I'm breaking down the pros and cons of each decision and also share with you my suggestion. I've got more than 14 years of experience and wish to pursue higher education. My partner has a PhD degree, so I know the good and bad of both sides. Excited to know more? Let's dive in. First, I want to talk about option 1, getting a degree, because I know every year hundreds of thousands of international students graduate and have a question. Now, I'm a graduate. Should I continue to higher education or should I get a job? So, the option of getting higher education may sound attractive to you because of some reasons. And the first reason could be the standards from your home country. I totally get it as I'm an Asian from a developing country. So actually I'm from Vietnam. And I've also worked in or with other Asian countries like Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Southeast Asia in general, or India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Middle East. The culture in these countries highly appreciates education. The social class of a person may be defined by his or her degrees, and it may be much easier for you to get a good job if you've got a higher degree, such as a master's or a PhD. The second reason why you want to get a higher education is maybe you love what you're studying. You love the knowledge you gain, the research or projects you work on in your degree. You find it interesting and you want to develop yourself further in the professional area. I'm with you as I also want to have higher education in my professional background. My background is marketing and I dream of studying abroad to get a master's degree in marketing. So I totally understand your dream of pursuing a degree in the area you love. If you haven't already, please click subscribe to my channel. I will make sure to keep you updated with all the latest strategies about your job search. Now, I'm 100% sure that you will agree with me for the last reason why you want a higher education. When you study, you're in a safe environment. You just go to class, absorb the knowledge, do researches, complete your exams or assignments, and you will graduate for sure. That environment is quite safe, not much pressure, and also enjoyable when you gain new knowledge every day. It doesn't give you much stress as in the work environment where you have problems to solve, deadlines to meet, colleagues and bosses' expectations to meet. You want to continue studying as you don't want to step out of your comfort zone and conquer bigger challenges. Am I right? Can I get your agreement there? If I do, then please let me know in the comments below. Now, I may upset you because I'm going to take you out of your comfort zone and bring you to face the reality of real life. But bear with me, if you want to get a job, you should be realistic about what it takes to get you results. What a degree will bring to you is academic knowledge, which unfortunately is not highly appreciated by hiring managers. I'm a hiring manager. I hire people to work for me, so I'm talking from that perspective. What is the hiring manager looking for the most in a candidate? It's the experience and not the academic knowledge. I'm sure you have seen the most popular job requirement is having a few years of experience, but it's not having a master's degree or a PhD. And when you can't meet this requirement, it means you're underqualified even when you've got a higher degree. Now, before I move to the next tip, please click subscribe to my channel. I will make sure to keep you updated with all the latest strategies to help you get a job. Now, I've shared with you why a degree is not what hiring managers are looking for. But please don't get me wrong here. I'm not encouraging you to get a job just because I'm a career coach and getting a job should be my default suggestion. No. I'm giving you this suggestion because of your benefits. Now, why am I suggesting you get a job? Because it's a must. Do you agree with me that getting a job is a must now or later? Whether you continue studying now or not, at the end of the day, you will need to get a job one day. You need to have the income to live for the next 30 years, 40 years. So how to get the income? Get a job. No matter where you work, in a company, organization, research institute, it's still a job. If you don't want to get a job now, you will need to get a job in a few years. Many job seekers have a misunderstanding that to get a job, you need to have a master's degree or higher. But it's not true. You may notice that in the job ad, they may require you to have a bachelor's degree as a must, but they don't require that you must have a master's degree or a PhD. So a degree is not a must-have to get a job. Now I'm telling you a secret you may not notice yet. I don't have a master's degree. I only have a bachelor's degree and I got my degree in my home country, not in Australia. But I could still get a six-figure salary full-time job here. Not only me, but many of my clients could land a six-figure full-time job without a master's degree. Now, before I move to the next tip, please click subscribe to my channel and I will make sure to keep you updated with all the strategies to help you get a job. Now, when looking for a job, you should put yourself in the hiring manager's shoes to know what they want from you. They want to recruit someone because they have some work that needs to get done, but they are too busy with many other things, or they don't have the expertise to perform the job. So if you get hired, you're supposed to get that work done so that your boss can have time to focus on other important areas or their areas of expertise. So what do they concern the most in a candidate? Whether that candidate can perform their job or not. And the evidence hiring managers look for the most to know whether someone can perform their job is whether they have done the job before, the experience. That's why they usually require that the candidates to have at least a few years of experience. And why don't they require a master's or a PhD as a must? Because a degree or academic knowledge cannot guarantee someone will deliver the job. Studying and working are different. When studying, you just need to go to class, do researches, take your exams, and finish the assignments. Whether you get good scores or not, a good chance is you will graduate anyway. But when working, you need to solve the problems which you may have no ideas how to solve. You need to run projects with tight deadlines, deal with demanding bosses or colleagues, and above all, you do everything by yourself. Your boss just guides you, but you're the one who runs everything. If you don't deliver your tasks, you might face the risk of getting fired. I don't want to scare you, but the fact is working and studying are different. Being good at studying doesn't translate to being good at working. That's why a degree is not what the hiring manager is after. They look for the experience. Now, before I move to the next tip, Please click subscribe to my channel and I will make sure to keep you updated with all the strategies you need to get a job. Now, another point I want to address is you shouldn't apply the standard of your home country to the local country you're in right now, because the standards are different in different countries. I've been working in Australia and I know that people here are quite practical. They're not so much into how many degrees you have, whether you have a master's degree or not, but they care about whether you can deliver your job or not, what results you can bring to the company, what can you do to contribute. So be realistic in your job search and give them what they want. Now, I want to tell you the story of Sarah, my client. Sarah approached me and a few days later, she said no. She didn't want to get a job anymore. The reason is she thought that she might want to pursue a PhD degree. And Sarah has more than 10 years of experience in her home country as a lecturer at a university. So it's not surprising why she wanted to get a PhD. But another reason is she had been trying to apply for jobs for a few months but didn't get it. That's why continuing to study seemed to be an easier and safer option. But deep inside, she wanted to work in an interactive and dynamic environment, and getting a PhD wasn't truly what she was looking for. So I worked with her throughout the application process. She applied for the first job, she got multiple interviews, and finally, the job offer. Now she is very happy with her job and the decision to getting a job and not a PhD. Now, do you agree with me? What do you choose, work or study? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I believe that you've got useful tips on whether you should continue studying or getting a job. But I still want to help you further, and this video is not enough for me to do so. So I go live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Melbourne time in my Facebook group, Ace the Job You Want, to give you free coaching where I dig down even deeper than this video. I also answer your questions about your job search, and especially I will do a free resume review in the live session. So please send your questions and resume to contact@theaho.co. I may choose your resume to review in the session, but don't worry, your information will be kept private. And the link to join my group is facebook.com/groups/acethejobYouWant. It's also in the first comment of this video. Or you can search for Ace the Job You Want in Facebook groups. So see you there at 6 p.m. every Thursday. Now, if you have any questions for this video or any questions about your job search in general, just let me know in the comments below. I will make new videos to answer your question. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for not missing out on the latest job search strategies for free. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.